Hi, it's Jen DeTracy, and this is episode 15 of My Messy House, 'cause MS is raw and real. So My Messy House is about the messiness, the metaphoric messiness of our thoughts and feelings that pop up and how we deal with them. One of the things I want to talk about today in this random conversation that we're having is around perfection. Gosh. I think that I have been told that I'm a perfectionist, and I'm shocked about that. But the fact is that I have accepted the fact that I have not been perfect for a long time in my life. I live with dyslexia, which is minor compared to some, but still impacts my day-to-day activities, like when I try and dial the phone and I have to try the number 3 or 4 times. And so a while back, I came up with this concept of imperfect. So when you look at the word imperfect, which is I am, like I'm, and then the word perfect, I'm perfect. Perfectly imperfect, In fact, as you probably noticed from these videos that I'm doing, that I don't edit out stuff. The bloopers are right there. I just do one take. If it's really messy and messed up right from the beginning, I'll reshoot it because it's easier to do that. And that's like energy management. Hey, living with MS, as you know, it's all about managing your energy. So if I'm going to manage my energy, I'm going to do it in one take and I'm going to get her done, So what I want you to ponder today, and this will be a shorter version because the last one was rather lengthy, is around what's that one thing in your life that you love doing, but you're not doing it perfectly, right? And you're okay about it. I know last year I started doing the My Messy House videos, and I was going to post them last year, and I shot them from an old iPad that was given to me by my beloved cousin Damon, who's passed on now, sadly. Passed on at 44 years of age, but he died while living his dream, which was going scuba diving, and he didn't die from scuba diving, but he died from a heart attack that happened after that, which led to a brain injury. So, hey, I hope that doesn't happen to you when you're doing what you love to do. But, the focus of this topic is around, we don't have to do things perfectly, right, to experience joy from them. And if we wait to do everything perfectly, then we're never really going to do anything. And that's a lot what happens is people, whether they have MS or not, don't do things because they know they're not going to do it to the level they like. And then when you have a disability like fatigue that comes from MS or mobility challenges, so it's more difficult to get out there. I know a fellow who was he was diagnosed about 3 or 4 years ago, and he had a tricycle, but he was a young guy. He was he's still young, but he was, gosh, I'm trying to remember how old he was, like maybe 24, 25, so young, maybe living with MS for 3 years, diagnosed right when he was finishing up his BA in education. So kind of, a really hard time to be faced with that. Not that there's ever an easy time to be diagnosed with MS, but and he was embarrassed to ride his tricycle out, but he needed support, canes to walk, and he felt embarrassed, but at the same time he really missed going fast on his bicycle. So if he could have let go of what people thought of him and just enjoy it and cycle fast and have a good time, then he would have been able to embrace that as a very pleasurable thing. And this is where the mind gets messy, with MS, is we have the old self, the way that we were before MS and the abilities that we had, and then we have the present self, which is who we are in this moment, and that changes. The Buddhists believe that life is impermanent. It's always changing. And that's true. I mean, whether you believe in Buddhism or not, which is not a religion, it's just a philosophy, is that we are always changing. We're growing in some ways, and you know, our body's aging. You know, every day our body's aging, right? That's just a human condition. So nothing's ever really going to be perfect, and we can't. You know, if I were to erase every single video, every time I had a blooper or cleared my throat or struggled, or if the light on my glasses wasn't in the right position, because I know it's not perfect, then I would never publish any of these videos, right? And I would feel bad. I would feel bad about that. And so sometimes it's just better to do something that we want to do, know that it's not going to be perfect, know that we may improve over time. I imagine I'll probably improve over time doing these YouTube videos. And that's okay, right? And to not really, to let go of what people think about it, right? Not everybody that's watching this video is going to like my content. Some people may say, this is not for me. I don't really want to hear about how to tame my mind while living with MS. That's just stupid, you know? Some people might feel that way, and that's okay. You know, nothing's for everyone, right? And it's important that we just sort of claim who we are as a person and what's important to us, and really just take ownership of that. And when you can do that in your life, it's, I don't know, I personally think it's very liberating. Share your comments below. Tell me what you've done that maybe you weren't perfect at, but you did it anyway, and you felt great about it later, or you at least felt good about it, or you didn't lose sleep about it. You know what I mean? Because the messier we are up here, the harder it is in our lives to just move forward one step at a time. And I invite you, if you have something that you've been wanting to do for a long time, but you just haven't done it yet, go ahead. Like plan it. Plan a time when you're going to do it, or just after you watch this video, go ahead and do it if it's realistic for you, and see how that feels for you. Sound good? Okay, subscribe, press that big red button, write your comments below, like, you know, better together we are, right? As Yoda would say. I said better together we are, as opposed to we are better together. Okay, this is turning into a blooper video. I'm going to keep it going. All right, so that is this episode of My Messy House, because MS is raw and real. I'm Jen DeTracy, and I'll see you soon.